Welcome back. Well, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge are kicking off their first royal tour since the pandemic began, visiting the Caribbean nations of Belize, Jamaica and the Bahamas.
Associate Editor for The Telegraph, Camilla Tominey, joins us from London with all of the details. Camilla, the tour is off to a rocky start already, with demonstrators in Belize opposing the visit. What has happened?
So basically, there seems to be some historic beef between the people of Indian Creek, this area of Belize that the couple were going to land in as their first engagement, and the charity that William's involved with in Belize, which is called Flora and Fauna International. Effectively, this is about Indigenous people saying that it's their land, the charity doesn't have a right to it, and therefore the Cambridges don't have a right to land on it. So what's happened is Kensington Palace has seen this ongoing spat going on between the charity and the village and thought to themselves, this is not the best way to kick this tour off. So they've scrapped that engagement altogether.
OK. There are calls in Jamaica, meantime, to become a republic. Are Will and Kate ready to face up to some curly questions? I mean, what else are they going to have to face up to on this tour?
Well, that's why they're there, really, Dickie, this sense that they are on a royal charm offensive to try and keep some of these Commonwealth nations on side. Clearly, there are a number of countries, particularly in the Caribbean, that have been flirting with republicanism, as Australia did once back in the day. And actually, they used to unleash a secret weapon in Prince Harry to go to these countries and warm people up and gain more support. It's now down to William and Kate. Whether it'll have any effect really remains to be seen. The trouble is that while the Queen remains sacrosanct as head of state, there is some ambivalence about King Charles III when the time comes, and that's why the younger royals are being sent out to these countries on the Queen's behalf to basically make sure that they stay on side.
A memorial service marking 1 year since Prince Philip's death is also coming up in just over a week, Camilla, but the Queen's attendance is in doubt.
Well, the entire royal diary is being redrawn because she is increasingly immobile as she approaches her 96th birthday next month. She didn't attend the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey on Monday, very regretfully, because it's one of the most important dates in her own diary. This memorial service is on March the 29th. We understand that behind the scenes, the palace are making contingency plans because she desperately wants to be there, but she's having trouble standing and she's having trouble walking for long distances. It's raised the spectre, guys, of whether she might have to attend in a wheelchair. Because it's in honour of her late and beloved husband, maybe she will make that concession. We know she's reluctant to do so, but she very, very much wants to be in the pews. I think royal aides just want to ensure that she's as comfortable as possible.
And is that due to her bout with COVID, or...?
Not to do with COVID. I mean, lots of people are sort of talking about the Queen's health. My understanding is, and she had a couple of military visitors to Windsor Castle last month, and she turned around and said to them as she had a walking stick, as you can see, I can't move. So she's got issues with her back, issues with her knees, and it's mobility that's the problem here, not necessarily health. So they just need to ensure that she doesn't have to stand for a long period or sit down and get up, sit down and get up, or indeed walk a long distance. And obviously Westminster Abbey is a big venue. She's going to have to get from the car inside. So I think they're just trying to work a way around it because they know that she desperately, desperately wants to be at this Thanksgiving service.
Yeah, it's due to be 97 years of age, I guess. Camilla, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.